it's all the time on.
It's all the time on.
Je suis Jan Kempenaers. J'expose au lieu de SIAP à Saint-Laurent-du-Maroni des photographies sur le bâtiment post-colonial dans l'exposition Panser, paysages post-coloniaux. My approach almost always starts out with a journey to a specific place. These places have often been landscapes or ruins. I have looked for a kind of silenceness, stillness, and the use of space in combination with the historical context in the last years. And also, because of COVID, I focused on national monuments in Belgium, which refer to its colonial past. In the latter case, the focus has turned more to the object itself, a monument in the urban context, whereas earlier cases, the subject was the landscape itself. During my stay in Saint-Laurent-du-Maroni, I sought out all the buildings and places that refer to its colonial past and photographed these objects from different angles and distances. I often encircled the buildings, leading to other photographic perspectives. The way a landscape is portrayed can show monumentally in its own right. For example, by isolating elements from a landscape, the image can take a monumental character. The monumental character does not have to do with the size of the image, but rather how elements from landscapes are portrayed. Also, monuments and landscape are places which deal with remembrance. A photo changes the way we look at a landscape, in a way that we perceive the space differently. A photograph gives the viewer a way of remember the landscape. That is the power of the remembering through an image. Well, life hasn't been erased. In my opinion, life is shown through human artifacts and traces. And what has happened to these reminders over the years. In an image of a ruin is taken today, it also points to an architectural history which is registered through that image. In other images I have made, there is sometimes the presence of a human figure somewhere in the background. But of course, the image's focus is not life itself. The presence of a human life, true, even if it's not a shadow of a person in the background, points to a moment in a possible narrative. A before and after the photograph was taken. I don't really look for a symbolism in my images, but rather I try to describe a context, and in its case, a post-colonial empire. In a lot of the images I made, I see a significant restoration of some of the buildings, such as the schools and buildings for public services. Due to the growth of the population, it becomes apparent that a lot of buildings are being put to use, which testifies to a growing population. I would be interested to photograph the same buildings again in 10 or 20 years. I would like to thank Carl Joseph as well as his staff and Estelle for the special opportunity to be able to work on this project. I'm really excited that it resulted in an exhibition.